तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नो अरुणाचल दक्षिणामूर्तिरुद्रः प्रचोदयातु। ॐ शिवाय गुरवे नमः। ॐ अरुणाचलेश्वराय नमः। अण्बे शिवम्. Embodiment of Divine Souls, Amma's beloved children. Happy New Year. What we have to do on this Happy New Year? Every year we give up one negativity in ourselves. Angry, greed, jealous, all kinds of these negative things we are give up each year. Then we remain in total peace in our life. Yes. When we give up all this negativity in our life, finally this year what we are going to do this year? I like silence so much. Shall we practice absolute silence this year, children? Yes, definitely this Happy New Year we have to practice absolute silence inside silence. One day Arjun was asking Krishna, how to control my mind? Shall you give some suggestion for this? Then Bhagavan Krishna told, Arjun, if you see within yourself, I am there. Very beautiful response from Bhagavan Krishna. Very, very beautiful response. If you see within yourself, I am there. Yes, Krishna is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, absolute, beyond everything. So that's why Krishna always there only. But this response, Arjun was not able to understand. It's very, very hard to understand this response for Arjun. This was happened 5,000 years before. 5,000 years before, there was no internet, there was no cell phones, there was no communications like this today. This modern civilization and swift life and all the things are not there at that time. Very quiet and serene life, and so many rishis with Arjun, and Bhagavan Krishna Swayam with Arjun. In all these circumstances, Arjun don't understand what Krishna says. How the modern civilized people in the Kali Yuga to understand Bhagavan Krishna's words? The same feelings what Krishna says 5,000 years before, the same feelings we heard from Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya. Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya says, Advaitam, everything is oneness only. We cannot limit God only here, in this, in that. Not like that. God is all-pervading. If you see within yourself, you are able to see the Supreme Almighty in each atom of this entire universe. Very beautiful. I like Adi Shankaracharya like anything. And then very recently, we have one more divine guru, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Beautiful. Very beautiful. He says, see within yourself. You are able to experience that absolute consciousness within you. Very sweet, very nice. So, how can we understand this beautiful message even 5,000 years before, when Sakshat Bhagavan Krishna says this to Arjun? Arjun was not able to understand. And innumerable people are not able to understand what Shankaracharya says. Maybe some intellectual people understand. And then Ramana Bhagavan came very recently in front of us, but we also not able to understand how to understand this. One of the wonderful Dakshinamurti Stotrams of Adi Shankaracharya compositions, extremely beautiful. He mentioned the way how to approach the Supreme Almighty, through what language we have to understand His divine self. Vruksham vatatarormule guroryuvam vruddha sishyaham gurustu maunam vyakhyanam sishyastu chinna samsayaham gurustu maunam vyakhyanam. Guru was giving some message. Vyakhyanam means a message. What is the message of Guruji here? The message was silence. He was speaking, but in the language of silence, he was giving the message. But to attain that highest status, people need sadhana, tapas, meditation power. Otherwise, attractive people never able to understand what is silence. Definitely, no, we know that. Here, the rishis Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata, Maharshis, they are able to understand what Bhagavan Dakshinamurti Swami Arunachala says, the silence language, the consciousness. So we have to learn the silence. When people start to speaking from the childhood onwards, mind is starting to work at the time onwards. When any thoughts comes in your mind, it become like a mental thought inside. When you speak it outside, then it becomes like words outside. So from the childhood onwards, so many thoughts, so many words comes from each human being in this world. How to practice the silence in the human life? Ramana Maharshi says a beautiful song in one of the Arunachala songs. It is a Telugu composition. మాటలు లేనట్టి మహిత సుఖమును మరల మరల నిమ్ము అరుణాచల. ఓ అరుణాచల, without speaking anything, just I want to merge in the nectar of the silence. Shall you grant me that boon of silence? That was the composition of Ramana Maharshi. Very extremely beautiful. మాటలు లేనట్టి మహిత సుఖము. The most incredible happiness and joy comes from the inner silence only. Shall you grant that boon for us? Behalf of the mankind, Ramana Bhagavan was asking this beautiful boon. This is for not for all who like silence. For those people, this is for those people's sake only. Very beautiful. Silence is a nectarine pond. When you enter into the pond of that nectarine pond, like a Manas Sarovar, nectar Sarovar, you have to go and drench in the Sarovar and enjoy the nectar of silence there. Do you want to come outside from that silence? Don't come outside. Just be there itself. Enjoy the absolute silence again and again and again and again. Continuously be in that absolute nectar. Very beautiful. This is the blessing of Ramana Maharshi for the entire mankind. Very beautiful. I like it so much. Very beautiful. Extremely. We don't like to interrupt that blissful consciousness, come out of from that nectar of silence. Very beautiful. So how to practice this silence? Sweet children, wake up every day, 3 o'clock. Make your sleep to sleep. 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, at least 2 hours, you have to observe silence. What is silence? If you sit in a quiet place and silence place, mind is with a lot of stress and commotion, unrest, disturbances, like a tsunami type of commotions in the mind. We never taste the silence what Ramana Maharshi expecting from Arunachala. Silence means absolute peace. How to get that? You enjoy every day that. Suppose when you sleep every day night, you forget your body, you forget your name, you forget your car number, you forget everything. What happened to your mind at that time? Mind was also resting at that time. When mind was resting, then you are so peaceful. You get a very peaceful rest in your sleep. When mind is undergoing an unrest, you never get peace in the sleep also. So some couple of hours, 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours, you got that peace in your life every day night. Similarly, the same peace you need daytime also in the Jagrata Avastha. Jagrata Avastha means in the waking state. In the waking state, you need that absolute silence status by practicing early in the morning every day 2 hours. Whenever you get time, try to practice verbal silence also. Verbal silence also. Very beautiful, no? And there was a monkey in our peninsula area. We feed the monkey with some of the bananas. When monkey was sitting there and eat the bananas and again waiting for some more bananas, we fed some more bananas also to the monkey. Again, monkey was waiting for some more bananas. After 1 dozen of the bananas, when we finish, then we have no more bananas, we keep quiet. Then waiting and waiting and waiting, monkey went away. Whenever some bananas are remain within us, then monkey was waiting for the bananas. Similarly, our mind is when we are engaged with a lot of words and this and that and this and that, no? Then mind is sitting us enjoying so much, speaking all of these things. Once, when you never feed the mind with the words and all the thoughts, mind was sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and vexed with your silence, mind slowly go away from yourself. Then the verbal silence comes, then you go inside, inner silence comes. When you go beyond the inner silence and you are going beyond the Omkara, after the Omkara, what is there? The true silence there, Parabrahma. There is no disturbance of tsunami of thoughts there. You are completely, you are so peaceful, very happy, very contented. You are not suffering with any agony, commotion, and these things are, there is no room for these things. Silence is like a medication for the sick mind. How can I say the sick mind? Sick mind means desires, passions, negativity, anger, and all the commotions, unrest, agony, all these are the sickness of the mind. Once we practice the absolute silence, gradually the sickness will disappear. You remain in unbelievable peace and happiness and solace. Before the thought born in our mind, before it took a form, Arunachala know everything. There is no necessary to speak with Arunachala with our mind also. You have to observe absolutely silence that is really appropriated to practice sadhana. In so many angles, there were so many challenges, problems comes in the life. You are able to withstand for all kinds of the tsunamis comes in the external life. You are unmoved like a Meru mountain. Any challenges are never going to touch your inner silence, your inner stability, your wisdom, your purity, because you are not the body, mind, intellect. You are beyond all of these things. Yourself is the supreme light that is within this human body. The silence is universal Shakti. Enter into each cell of your body, in your body aura. If we really practice this inner silence, no greater prayer or no greater meditation than this. So definitely practice this. Happy New Year for all of you. On this 2021 New Year, you have to practice this silence, experience the supreme taste of silence in this lifetime, attain your goal and attain the Brahmanandam in this lifetime. Amma, special motherly love to all of you. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.